I am going to show you today a Republican using a version of that question is offensive, which is a tactic that they denounce all the time. Radical and repugnant Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace was interviewed on ABC by George Stephanopoulos. George Stephanopoulos asks her, "You claim to care about rape victims. You're supporting a guy who has been found to be a civilly liable rapist. That doesn't make sense." Nancy Mace doesn't like it. And she goes with this, "You're trying to shame me because I'm the victim of a sexual assault." What? Look at this.
Yes, this morning. You've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and two separate juries have found him liable for rape and for defaming the victim of that rape. How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Well, I will tell you, I was raped at the age of 16. And any rape victim will tell you, I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward because of that judgment and shame that I felt. And it's a shame that you will never feel, George. And I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked a question meant to shame me about another potential rape victim. I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually not about shaming you. It's a question about Donald Trump.
No, you are shaming me.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Donald Trump has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury. It's been affirmed by a judge.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two, I live with shame. And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me as a rape victim. And I find it.
This is really ugly. What she's doing is really ugly. This is the Republican version of that's such an offensive question, which they love to say, oh, what does that even mean to be offended? Just answer the question factually. He's not shaming the victims of rape. He's shaming her for supporting a perpetrator of it who did actually defame his own victim. And she goes, "Oh, you're rape shame, you're victim shaming, you're shaming victims of rape, including me." What? That's not at all what he's doing.
Disgusting. And quite frankly, E. Jean Carroll's comments when she did get the judgment, joking about what she was going to buy, it makes it harder for women to come forward when they make a mockery out of rape, when they joke about it.
Doesn't it make it harder for women to come forward when they are
It makes it harder when other women joke about it, and she's joked about it. I find it offensive. And I also find it offensive that you're trying
Now she is offended. She's pulling out all the stops.
to shame me with this question.
I'm not trying to shame you at all. In fact,
I have dealt with this for 30 years. You know how hard it was to tell my story 5 years ago when they were doing a fetal heartbeat bill and there were no exceptions for rape, incest, or rape or incest in there? I had to tell my story because no other woman was coming forward. No rape victims were represented. And you're trying to shame me this morning.
I'm just asking.
And I find it offensive, and this is why women won't come forward.
This is absolutely the biggest double standard. These are the folks who always say, saying I'm offended is a cop-out. These are the folks who always say, just answer factually and stick to the facts and do blah, blah, blah. She is supporting a guy who is civilly liable for rape and then defamed the victim. And she claims to care about victims. So why is she doing it? And she goes, "You're shaming me. You're shaming me because I'm a rape victim." What? Here's one more moment from this. This went on for a while. It's pretty wild stuff.
I still get judged for it today.
I'm asking you a very simple question.
And I answered it. You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
It was not a criminal court. It was a
civil court.
It was a civil court. And by the way, she joked about the judgment and what she was going to do with all that money. And I find that offensive.
I'm asking you about the man
But as a rape victim who's been shamed for years now because of her rape, you're trying to shame me again by asking me this political question.
So, she's like, oh, when you ask it again, you're shaming me even more. Let me just weigh in on one other issue because we've already dealt with it's offensive and this whole thing. She says, well, it was a civil trial. Civil and criminal trials are both real proceedings. A jury did find that Trump was liable for sexual assault. There was a judgment for $80 million. The judge said it constituted rape. Her idea that it all doesn't count because it's civil, it's just a different standard. It's a different purpose. But the idea that it is a less than thing, particularly when the statute of limitations has expired. And why, by the way? Maybe it's because of the shame she's talking about, which many on her side have actually said is not even a real thing. So whether you're a survivor or not, why are you supporting a guy who has been found civilly liable of rape? That's the question. She did not answer it. She attacked the interviewer. She attacked the question, and she said, I'm offended. That's the playbook they claim the left uses, and they denounce it when the left uses it. If you're struggling with anxiety or depression, you're certainly not alone. Millions of Americans are searching for ways to just feel better. Many feel they've exhausted every option. They don't know where to turn. If that sounds like you, then guided ketamine therapy from MindBloom could be a game changer. Our sponsor, MindBloom, can help you potentially feel better faster. I've been reading about ketamine therapy and ketamine treatment for a long time for depression and anxiety. We've done interviews about it on the show. There are many promising studies, and MindBloom is the leader in ketamine therapy. They've helped tens of thousands of people overcome anxiety and depression. MindBloom's expert clinicians and guides can help you feel better and quickly, not weeks or months. And you can complete treatment entirely from the comfort of your home. In a study of over 1,000 MindBloom clients, 89% reported improvements in anxiety and depression after just 4 sessions. And now MindBloom has new programs that go beyond just depression and anxiety to overcome life's everyday challenges. MindBloom is offering my audience $100 off your first 6-session program when you sign up at mindbloom.com/Pacman and use the promo code Pacman. Break free from the anxiety, the depression, feel better with MindBloom. The link is down below.